Hey everyone, welcome to Rebuilds episode 1. This is our first video on the channel, which is, it's a start, right? Today we're going to be doing some building, but before we get into it, let me give you a quick rundown of what we're doing. What we're doing today is we're going to take some art or a photo, either or, and we're going to attempt to rebuild that in Minecraft with the blocks that we have available. Now, quick disclaimer, this isn't anything new. People do this all the time, just for a bit of inspiration to get that build finished, but we're just going to be doing it with a little bit more intention and just exploring some really cool ideas and hopefully make something that's super cool. Before we go any further, let's dive into the reference. So I got today's image off DeviantArt from an incredible model maker named The Carcass. I'll chuck a link to them below. Go check their work out, it's super cool. It's pretty much just a box with a garden attached, which is funny because day one of Minecraft, that's what you make in... This isn't day one of Minecraft, but we're going to try and make it look great. So we start off with choosing ourselves a little bit of a block palette and figuring out the building dimensions. It's easy to come back in later on and change out the blocks if you don't like them, but if you build something the wrong shape, it's actually really hard to tear it down and rebuild it again. So it's important to get that figured out first to just avoid the hassle of having to redo that. The building here is 14 on the long end and 11 on the short end. We went around and added a few details early on just to figure out the windows and all of that sort of stuff. Around sort of the windows and the door frames on the reference image, you'll see there's like a little bit of a lip above and below the windows, and so we don't have blocks that small in the game to build with, and so we've had to be creative and do this thing with the stairs. And so if you place the stairs upside down, it can kind of give the illusion that there's sort of like a little bit of a lip coming out. Coming onto the roof now, we went around with a layer of stone bricks and cobblestone. Again, if you look at the reference image, there's a little bit of that going on at the top. Then we placed in some upside down stairs and slabs of bricks, finishing off that roof. I went in later and I detailed out with some stairs and some granite and little bits like that. In the reference picture, it's made of tiles, but we don't have tiles, and bricks is the closest thing to that. Coming to the garden, I just made a little bit of a wall and then created a path using brown concrete, coarser, and podzol. Building the tree in the back, we used a few different types of leaves, oak and acacia. Something that you can do in your own builds is use a few different combinations of leaves to add a little bit more detail to your custom trees and bushes. Coming in now to finish off the rest of the details on the house, took the liberty of adding a chimney stack. Couldn't see one in the reference picture, but didn't hurt anyone. I added the footpath around the house and added in a few details, just breaking it up using diorite and polished diorite together. Finishing off, we did a bit of texturing. Now, we could have just left it all diorite, but I think that looks really flat, so we go in and we texture and we create a gradient from the bottom to the top, going dark to light, starting with andesite to diorite, wool, white concrete, and white concrete powder. And I think that really just improves the whole look of the build. And that about wraps it up. And here it is, our lovely big box house. Between recording the last clip and this one, Optifine's bugged out, so we lost a lot of the foliage shadows, which is unfortunate. So, we finished the house. I'm really happy with this. I think it looks pretty similar. And as we talked about through the time lapses, there was like a lot of cool tricks that we used to try and make it stand out. As you saw, I added a lot of texture to the roof. Bricks and tiles are a little bit different, but I think we got the color right, and I think the broken up sort of look matches kind of the ruggedness of the tiles. Also took the liberty of adding in a little bit of a chimney stack around the side here. Up next is our little garden here with our super functional gate. This does work. You just need to hit it, just like that. So we don't really have a whole lot going on here. We've got some grass and some ferns and some flowers and got this tree here. And we've used a combination of oak leaves and acacia leaves to just sort of add a little bit more detail. And that's one thing you can do in your own builds, is add in a few different leaf variations to your trees to really sort of make the leaves have a bit more variation. You can use a few different blocks that are similar colors and textures, and you can create a little bit of a gradient. And so maybe down the bottom here is a little bit more worn out and a little bit more broken up, and up the top is a little bit cleaner. And there it is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, let me know. I love negative feedback. If you have anything that you want to see me build, send it along. I'd love to check it out, and I love some of that inspiration. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Peace.